dear, beautiful, precious soul that you are. Take a nice deep breath. Remember, the breathing is really important because your connection with this physical body. And as you're breathing in and breathing that oxygen into your center, you pay attention and notice the feeling of the breath, you see. Everyone's trying to get an experience out there, see. You want to experience yourself. My topic, be more of you. Be more of you. See, this whole more thing, we always want more, more, more. And because we're afraid that if we don't want more, we won't have more, so then we won't have enough later. But wonder if you just always say, I always have enough. See? Whew. Always. I always have enough. And you can always say, I always have enough and enough to share. You see? People say, well, then I have enough to spare. But if you actually really had enough, that would be total anyway, wouldn't it? Yeah. For whatever it is that you need. And whatever it is that you're using to do your work and such. But to be more of you. And you know that whole thing of bless you. A lot of people get offended even when you talk about this because they've been taught so long to say, well, bless you, bless you. Well, look to see what bless you is. That's be less you. Bless you. Be less you. No, I don't agree with that. You say, well, wait a minute, you're going against custom. You mean you're still wanting to abuse yourself and others? Just like saying hello it means hell, low, hell, hello, hello. No. And that you say, well, it's not just you're nitpicky. No, it's all of it, and it's in every aspect of our lives, and we are lives. So, of what we're hearing, what we're seeing, what we're being told, what we're reading, what we're imagining, remembering, fearing the future, the past, all of this, it's like it becomes so chaotic and so confusing. And they say, well, how do we get back? You want to be at center. You want to be who you are, right at the center, the core of your being. Not at the core of your belief systems, but as we are, because this is now, if there was a so-called time, which isn't, to do this is always now. It isn't some future or the past to change that or to make the future better than the past, because this is what people are doing all the time. And that's what the time game is, doing the time game dance or whatever it's called. So anyway, the key then, instead of saying be less you, I always say be more you. And people say, well, they look, what? Right. Because I want you to be who you are. I'm not wanting you to be less than who you are, because I'm afraid if you're who you are, I'll be less, because you're dealing in a duality reality that be less and be more are two sides of the same coin that need each other to exist. But even when we say it, so I'm going to say be more you, at least we're a step up or a step closer to actually knowing to go beyond the words, you see. And because we're all intuitive. Babies are intuitive. I mean, you think about how you're communicating with your friends, and you shouldn't be saying we're owners of animals. That's just really, that's just slavery. Owners of people. No, you adopt, you bring someone into your family. It's a pet. It's a dear friend. It's someone you're going to care for, or someone maybe who's going to be helping you in some way. And it's our partnership, you say. So to be more of you is actually to have more pleasure and real soul pleasure. And when we're saying be less you, and everyone is telling everybody be less you, and then everybody's saying everybody hello, go to hello, that's our greeting. When people say I'm going to retire, that means they're going to get tired again because they're getting ready to die, and you got to start acting your age, and you got to believe in the age, and you got to judge other people. But it's like, yeah, the body goes through stuff because this is this reality. But this isn't who you are. All of this is a misidentifying ourselves as this physical body that goes through these changes, that appears to have been born and then to die, you see, as if we are that. And how the word death is everywhere out there, and we're in this killing consciousness, whether it be, insects, vermin, which you want to call mousies and ratsies, and this one, and cows and horses and dogs and cats and elephants, and anything, just this, or if it's killing the environment, or if it's doing this. And if you actually really look to perceive what's going on even around you, you can perceive those challenges that we're all facing. So how you want to be more, you just start noticing. Let's have the Be More You campaign. So when people say be less, you say, oh, thank you, but I choose to be more of who I am, and I invite you to be more you. Yay!